Hello everyone, welcome to the Makri Virtual. Hope you are doing good. Today I am going to continue with your module, that is the procedural programming module. In the last class we have discussed about the chapter number 12, that is file input output. Today I am going to continue with the same chapter, that is chapter number 12, file input output. Right. So in the last class we have discussed about how to give the string or how to take the line input output in files. First of all, I welcome Nelda because he is coming after a so long days. So welcome Nelda to the class. So let's discuss with the previous class topic, that is what we have covered in the last class. Okay, welcome Nelda. So let's discuss with the last class session what we have covered in the last class. In the last class we have studied about string input output in files. So in the last to last class, that is day before yesterday's class, we have talked about how to give the input output in files but not the string. But in the last class we have studied that how to pass the string, how to give the string, that is a line input output in a file, that is how to give the string as an input output in the files. This says for many purposes, character input output is just what is needed. But in some situations, the uses of function that read or write the entire string might turn out to be more efficient. That is, this is also more efficient to get the whole read and write operations. Okay, no issues. You have some workaholism. So in the last class we have discussed about the how to pass the string, that is the input output in the files. Till now we have discussed how to pass the characters in the string. So this says reading or writing string of characters from and to file is easy as reading or writing individual character. That is, it is easy to write the characters as we does in the getting or reading or writing the individual character. That is, it is as much easy as we done in the characters. So it is easy to handle the strings in the files. That is easy to handle read the string as well as it is easy to handle the return of the or writing of the string into the files. So which function is used to get the string? That is which function is used to write the string? That is fputs function, and the fgets function is used to read the string from the file. So there are two functions, one is fputs, one is fgets. Fgets is used to scan the string from the memory or scan the string into the memory by getting the or by reading the string from the file. In the same way, fputs is used to write the data into the file. So there are two scenarios, one is fputs, one is fgets. So this says receive string from the keyboard and writes them to the file. This is hash include stdio.h, then there is a file pointer, then there is a character array, that is char cat. So this is the character array that starts from 0 and ending with 79. So this goes from 0 to the 79. Then we have discussed how to open the file, then check the file and open the file in the write only mode, then check the file pointer for the null, that is if there is nothing in the file. So why should we write the string into the file, or why should I read the string from the file? So simply prints, that is puts, cannot open the file. That is the next concept. Then we have discussed about how to get the lines by using the while loop. And till now that is working until the length of the string is not finished, whatever the user enters. That is, it runs from the 0 to the 79. That is, one by one it will store the data in the form of the string. Then we use the fclose to closing the file. This is the simple run of the program that is discussed. So fput function is used to write the multi-word string into the file, that is write the string into the file, that is the disk file. Then how to read string from the file and display on the screen. So till now we have covered how to write the data into the, or how to write the string into the file. Now how to read the string from the file, that is the next concept. This is file pointer fp char sat, fp equals to fopen poem.txt. So poem.txt is a file that is opened in the read only mode. Then uses fp equals to null, that is check for the null that is contained, or what is contained in the file pointer. If it is null, then puts cannot open the file. Otherwise uses the fgets function for reading the file. Check the condition with the null, then uses the printf for printing the file. Then uses fclose fp, that is for closing the file, that is run by the fclose, and there is a file pointer. What is the file pointer? That is fp. Now here is the output. So this is the output of this one. This function takes 3 arguments, that is fgets take 3 arguments. One is the address, this is the address. Second is the maximum length, and third is the file pointer. This is the third one. So first is the maximum length, that is the address where the string will be calculated. Then next is the next one. Yeah, I'm so sorry for the delay due to some network problems. Now let's start with continue with the session, that is the fgets function and the fputs function. So we have discussed in the last class what is the fgets function, that is used to read the data, and the fputs function that is used to write the data, that is done by the printf, that is done to print on the screen. Then we have discussed about the awkward new line, that is how to put the new line by using the different escape sequence characters like /n, /r, /n. Then uses the carries return and the n, that is for the next line, and that is for the carries return. So r is used for the carries return and n is used for the line feed. So n is used for the next line and the r is used for the carries return. Therefore when we write the first line of the poem, a /n using 2 folds of the put set would return is this one, that is the carries return and the next line. Then we have discussed about how to record the input output in files, that is how to first of all we get how to read the data. Now how to record the input output in files. So this says, so far we have dealt with reading and writing only characters and string. Now it is the time to read or write numbers also from the file. So we have discussed about how to read the, or how to record the input output in the form of numbers, that is how to take the input as a number and how to write the input, or how to write the numbers to the file, that is the read or write numbers from and to files. So 2 functions are used, one is fprintf function and one is fscanf library function. So these are the 2 functions that is used to read or write the data from and to the files. So these are the 2 functions that is used to denote, or that is used to done with the fprintf and the fscanf. That is the fprintf is used to print the files or read the data from the file, fprintf is used to write the data to the file, and fscanf is used to read the data from the file when there is a number category, that is numbers are used from the or numbers are used in the file. This is the example that shows how the fprintf and the fscanf is used. This is the fprintf function that is used to get the input, or that is used to get the output. So this is used for printing purpose, and this is used for next fscanf is used for scanning purpose. These are the various categories that we have discussed. What is the use of fflush function? This is the use of puts function. This is the use of fscan function. This means whenever we have an integer value like age, like basic salary, then we use the fscanf function. Whenever we have to read or write the data that is in form of numbers from the file and to the file, that is done, or that is denoted by the fscanf function. Now this is what we have covered in the last class. Now today I am going to continue with your next topic, that is the text file and the binary files. So there are 2 files in the C language. That is, we have to deal with the two files, that is a text file and the binary files. This says all the programs that we wrote in this chapter so far worked on the text files. That is, so far what we have discussed is worked on the text files. Some of them would not work correctly on the binary files. That is, some of the data may not work correctly on the binary files. That is, there are two types of file, text file and the binary files, but some of the data may not work correctly on the binary file because all the items are written in the binary language, that is zeros and one. So some of the files cannot, or some of the operations cannot performed on the binary files. A text file contains only textual information like alphabet, digits and special symbol. In actuality, the ASCII code of these characters are stored in the text file. That is, a text file contains only the textual information. That is, a text file that contains numbers, digits, special symbols. In totality or in actuality, the ASCII codes of these characters are stored in the text file. A good example of a text file in any C program is, say, pr1.c. So this is the good example of the text file. What is the name of the text file? That is pr1.c. As against this, a binary file is merely a collection of bytes. That is, a binary file is a collection of bytes, while the text file is a collection of alphabets, digits and the special symbols. This collection might be a compiled version of a C program, that is pr1.c. So binary file is nothing but a collection of bytes. A very easy way to find out whether a file is a text file or a binary file is to open that file in Turbo C or C++. That is, if I want to find out that whether a file is binary file or text file, then that file must be opened in the Turbo C or the C++. If on opening the file you can make out what is displayed, then it is a text file, otherwise it is a binary file. That is, when we open the file, you can make out what is displayed, then it is a binary file. That is, when you simply open a file, you can take the, or you can you are able to display, or you are able to see the output, see the input, that is what is displayed, then it is a text file, otherwise it is a binary file. Why? Because binary file is written in a zeros and one, and you are not able to cope up, or you are not able to see the binary files at one glance. As mentioned, while explaining the file copy program, the program cannot copy binary file successfully. That is, it is not easy to copy the file, that is, it is not easy to read the data into the binary file. Why? As the common understanding that binary file is written in the zeros and one, and we don't know what is the role of the zeros and ones, because zeros and ones are the two numbers from my point of view, but computer understands zeros and one in every term, whether it may be binary file, whether it may be text file. So we can improve the same program to make it capable of copying text as well as binary file as shown below. So this is the example how we use the binary file as well as how we use the text file in opening and closing the files. So this is the same example. This is the same line, that is header file is included. Then there is a main function, that is a main function. Then there is a curly braces, file pointer fsft. That is, two pointer variable or file pointers are used. One is fs and one is ft. Then int ch, that is ch is a variable that is of integer type. Means ch stores 2 bytes and takes the numeric value. Then fs equals to fopen, that is fs file pointer is used, that is equals to the fopen. That is, first of all, opening a file. What is the name of the file? That is pr1.exe. Then it is read open in the RB. RB means read only as well as the write only. That is, open the source file and the target file. This is the open the source file in RB and the WB modes. Then uses if fs equals to null, that is check the condition that if it is equals to the null, then printf, that is puts, cannot open the source file exit. Then there is a close, curly braces close. Then uses the ft pointer variable or file variable. Then uses fopen new pr1.exe wb. So this is the next. Again check for the null characters. Again uses the put, cannot open the target files, then fclose, then there is a exit function. So same scenario is used with this one and this one. Then uses the while one, that is uses the while loop, uses ch equals to f gets the fs, that is ch equals to f gets the function. F gets the function is used to get the data or scan the data, store the data in the memory of the characters. So ch is a variable that stores how much data, how much character that is contained in the f gets the function in the fs file, that is a pr1.exe. Now checks the condition that if the ch equals to end of the file, that is if I reach to the end of the file, that is there is no more character, then break, otherwise again put the characters into the ch again and again from the ft. This is the main scenario. Means first of all scan the variable that is contained in the fs and store them into ch, then check the condition whether the ch equals to end of the file, then break, otherwise f put c ch ft, that is ft is a file pointer that stores the data into the ch, that is used by the f put c function. This is the while loop. Then uses the fclose function for closing the file. First of all fs file will be closed, then ft file will be closed, then there is a curly brace close. So this is a scenario how we are able to cope up with the, or how we are able to copy the text as well as the binary files together. That is how we can get the binary files, or how we can copy the data of the binary files. This is shown with the help of the diagram, or with the help of the code, that is a program code. Using this program we can comfortably copy the text as well as the binary files. Note that here we have opened the source and the target file in RB and the WB mode. So these are the two modes, one is RB mode and one is WB mode. While opening the file in next mode we can use either R or RT, but since text mode is the default mode, so we simply drop the T. From the programming angle, there are three main areas where the text and mode file are different. That is where the both the files are different. There are three areas, or there are three criteria in which they are different. What are different? That is a text file as well as the binary file. What are the criteria, or what are the main areas? First one is handling of new lines. That is whenever we handle the new line, there is a difference between the text file as well as the binary file. Then representation of end of the file, that is whenever we have to represent the EOF, that is end of file, that is also different or also different between among the text and the binary file. Then storage of numbers. So these are the three areas in which the template text file and the binary files are different. Let us explore these three differences. Text versus binary file, that is a new line. Text versus binary mode, that is the end of the file. Text versus binary mode, that is the storage of number. This means what is the content, or what is the area in which it will be stored in it. Now we have already seen that in text mode a new line character is converted into the carriage return line feed combination before being written into the disk. We have seen earlier in the last class that how carriage return will be used whenever we use the new line character. Likewise, the carriage return line feed combination on the disk is converted back into a new line when the file is read by the C program. However, if a file is opened in binary mode, that is if the file is opened in a binary mode as opposed to the text mode, these conversions will not take place. That is whenever we open the file, or whenever a file is opened in binary mode as compared to the text mode, then these conversion will not take place. That is, there is no conversion between the text and the binary modes in case of new line characters. Then what is the difference between text and the binary mode in case of end of the file? The second difference is the way of the end of the file is detected. In text mode, a special character whose ASCII value is 26 is inserted after the last character in the file. As we shown, or as I've shown you with the help of examples, that whenever the cursor reaches to the end of the file, means when it reaches to the end of the file, when the ASCII value is 26. That is when the ASCII value, whose ASCII value is 26, is inserted after the last character in the file to mark the end of the file. If this character is detected at any point in the file, the read function will return the EOF signal to the program. That is, whenever any program, whenever any function, whenever any character or any function gets the ASCII value as 26, so it gets the, or it takes the, or it returns the EOF signal, that is end of file signal, to the program. As against this, there is no such more character present in any binary mode to mark the end of the file. That is, in the text file, this is the ASCII value, that is 26, that is used to denote the end of the file, but there is no special character, there is no special number that is present in the binary mode to mark the end of the file. The binary mode keep track of the end of the file from the number of characters present in the directory entry of the file. That is, the binary mode makes the end of the file, or retrieves the end of the file from the number of characters, not with the ASCII value. Therefore, two modes are not compatible. See to this that the file has been written in the text mode is read back only in the text mode. That is, whatever we write in the binary mode, that must be read back only in binary mode. That is, there is no comparison, there is no similarity among the text file and the binary file. Next, third one comparison is depend on the storage of number. That is how we can store the number. As we see earlier, that in the text file, that is the function that is available to store the numbers is the fprintf function, right? It is important to understand how numerical data is stored on the disk by printf function. We have shown the example, or we have seen the example already, that how fprintf is used to print the numbers on the disk. Text and characters are stored one character per byte, as we would expect. Are numbers stored as they are in memory, 2 bytes for an integer, 4 bytes for a number, and so on? No. Numbers are stored as a string of characters. So whenever we use the fprintf, the numbers are also stored as a string of characters, that is a collection of characters. Therefore, 1, 2, 3, 4 even occupies 2 bytes in the memory when transferred to the disk using fprintf function. So whenever we use the fprintf function, then even the character also, that is the string of the character also, the character also, or the number also becomes the string. That is, whenever we use the fprintf function, everything is treated as the string by using the double quotes, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it takes 2 bytes in the memory, as well as the 4 bytes, that is 1 byte per character. The floating number 1234.56 will occupy 7 bytes. Therefore, number with more digits would require more disk space. Hence, if a large number of numerical data is stored in the disk using text mode, may turn out to be inefficient. That is, it takes one character each for the each numbers. The solution is that to open the file in the binary mode and use those functions like fread and the fwrite, we store the number in binary format. That I will show you, or that I will teach you after some time. That is, what is the use of fread and the fwrite. So it means every number, or each and every number would occupy same number of bytes on the disk as it occupies in memory. Right. These are the three differences. What is that? Yeah, sure. So these are the three differences that is used to increase, or that is used or to see the difference between text file and the binary file. What are the three criteria? One is depend on the storage, One depends on the end of the file, one depends on the end of the line, that is a new line. So one is new line, one is end of file, one is storage of numbers. Then next category is record input output revisited. This says the record input output program that we did in an earlier section has two disadvantages. That is, whatever we use the record input output program in the earlier section has two disadvantages. What are the two disadvantages? Why this is not possible to store the data in text or the binary file? The number, that is basic salary, that is an integer, would occupy more number of bytes since the file have been open in the text mode. As I told you that the numbers is also occupy 1 byte each, so it occupies more number of bytes since the file has been opened in the text mode. This is because when the file is opened in text mode, each number is stored as a character string. So whenever the file is opened in a text mode, each number is stored as the character string. As I told you, if the number of fields in the structure increases, say by adding address, house rents, allowance, writing structure is using printf or reading them using printf become quite clumsy. Why? Because every character takes 1 byte. So every number also treat as a character, takes 1 byte in the memory. So look how many bytes are reserved in the memory. So it takes the memory, also makes the program lengthy, also make the program stored in the memory, so it hang out, that is, it is not effective or it is not executed effectively. Let us now see a more efficient way of reading and writing by using the two function. What is the two function? Fread and the fwrite. As I told you, these are the two functions that is used to store or open the file in the binary mode as well as the write the data into the binary mode. We would write two programs. First, when one would write records to the file and second would read the data to the file. That is, first program is used to write the data into the file by using the fwrite function. This is receives records from the keyboard and write them to the file in a binary mode. This is first of all hash include stdio.h, that is header file that is included. Then there is a main function. Then there is a file pointer, that is what is the name of the file pointer, that is fp. Now uses one character variable. What is the name of the character variable? That is another, that stores the data as a y. So y is a single character that is stored in the variable another. Then uses struct employee. So emp is the structure name, that is a structure type that stores three data types or three values. What are the three values? One is the name, one is the age, one is the basic salary. So these are the three variable that is stored in this, that is the name, age and the basic salary. And name is of character, age is of integer, basic salary is of float, and the structure is closed by using the semicolon. Then uses the variable of the structure, that is the emp structure. What is the variable name? That is e. Then uses file pointer as the fp, that is equals to the fopen, the name of the file, that is emp.dat. Then it is opened in the wb mode. Then check if the fp equals to null, that is if it's equal to null, then puts cannot open the file, that is we cannot open the file over here. Then uses the exit function for this. So these are the criteria that is used. One is file pointer, that is another equals to 0, uses the structure variable, then uses the emp, fp equals to fopen, then check for the null, then uses the puts for printing purpose, then uses the while loop. This while loop will execute till the another has a value y. That is, it asks from the user whether you want to store the another. If the user says yes, it will execute at that point. Otherwise, it will not execute, it will terminate. So uses the printf, that is simply printf, that is used for the for printing into the line. That is the printf statement. Then it uses enter the name, age and basic salary. So we get the data from the user. Means user have entered the or user is supposed to enter the name, age as well as the basic salary. Then uses the scanf, uses three format specifier. One is %s, one is %d, one is %f. So specifiers are used. One is the string, that is s, then age, that is int, basic salary, that is float. So uses the structure variable. What is the name of the structure variable? That is e. Uses the dot operator for fetching the values. That is e dot name, e dot age, e dot bs. That is a scanf. Then use the fwrite function. Fwrite means for writing the data into the file using binary mode. Uses the %e, then size of e. That is the size will be used, then 1, then fp. So this file pointer will be used. Then printf add another record. That is add the another record, that is y or n. User either enter with the y, that is the yes, or user enters with the no, that is n. Then uses flush function using stdin. Then uses the another equals to get che. Then there is a curly there is a parenthesis, get che. Then there is a curly braces, that is closed. Then uses the fclose and closes the file pointer, that is the fp pointer. Now here is the output. What is the output? This will show you enter the name, age and the basic salary. This is the name, this is the age and this is the basic salary, right? Then use the line like this one. Printf add another record. If it is yes, then again enter the record, again yes, means this condition is true until and unless, or this condition is true till the another has a value y. Till means whenever user enters the value or enters the character as a y, then it will again execute, again execute, again execute. So it will execute multiple times. As user enters the value, user enter the character as a n, that is a no. So at this time the loop will terminate. Why? Because the condition is false, that is another equals to y is false, so it will terminate over here only. Most of the program or most of this program is similar to the one that we wrote earlier, which use fprintf instead of the fwrite. That is everything is same, but in this we have write fwrite instead of the fputs or the fprintf. Now note that however that the file emp has now opened in the binary mode. This is the binary mode that is opened in the binary mode. That is the right binary. Information obtained from the keyboard about the employee is placed in the structure variable, that is e. Therefore this statement writes the structure to the file, that is e is used of the variable, then uses the size of 1 fp. Here the first argument is the address to be written on the disk, like this one. So all the outputs of this one is stored in the address of the e. The second argument is the size of structure in bytes. So this is the size of structure, that is size of the e, that is reserved in terms of bytes. Instead of counting the bytes occupied by the structure ourselves, we let the program do this. That is, instead of calculating the size every time for the structure variable, so we can use the bytes, or we can use the size of operator for calculating the size that is taken by the, or what is the number of bytes that is reserved by the structure variable. The size of operator gives the size of the variable in bytes. The third variable is the number of such structure. That is, what is the number of structure that is used, that we want to write at one time. In this case, you want to write only one structure at a time. We also add an array of structure. For example, we might have wanted to write the entire array at one glance. The last argument, that is the fp, is the file pointer that is used. That is a pointer to the file that you want to write to. Now let us write a program to read the or to read back the records written to the disk by previous program. Means this is the program that is used to read the data and display with the help of video. So till now we have covered about the fwrite function. Now we have covered about the fread function. The same, the header file is included, the main function is included, then uses the file pointer fp, that is a file type, then uses the struct employee, that is the emp is the name of the structure, then name 40 age bs, that is the basic salary. Then the curly braces will be closed by the semicolon, then uses the struct emp e, that is the struct emp is the name of the variable, and there is a e, that is the variable name of the structure, that is the emp variable. Then uses the fopen function. Fopen is used for opening a file, and the output will be stored in the fp variable or the file pointer. Then uses emp.dat. So emp.dat is a file that is opened in the write mode, that is a binary file. So this is the write, this is the this is the read, this is the binary, that is a read binary mode. So in this we have to read the data by using the fread function. Now again check for the condition. If this is null, that is what nothing is contained in the file. So why if we go to the fread function? There is no usage for going into the fread function. Next we have used the while function or the while loop, that is use the fread, then ampersand e, size of e 1 fp, that is fread is used by taking the 4 argument. One is the ampersand, that is the address of the structure, then calculating the size, then denoting the number of structure, and there is a file pointer. So it checks the condition, or it reads until till the fread is equals to the 1. So it checks for the condition and it will execute till fread is equals to the 1. Then uses the printf by using the %s, %t, %f. Then uses e.name, e.age, e.bs. That is the name is the name of the employee, that is in character, that is in string. Then e.age, that is the age, that is in integer. Then e.basic salary, that is in float. Then uses the fclose by using the file pointer, that is fp, and then curly braces will be closed. This says here the fread function causes the data read from the disk to be placed in the structure variable e. So this will take the data, or this will fetch the data, that is the fread function takes the data, causes the data read from the disk to be placed in the structure variable. What is the name of the structure variable? That is e. The format of fread is same as that of the fwrite, that is everything is same. It takes 4 argument, fwrite also takes 4 argument. The function fread returns the number of records read. Ordinarily this should correspond to the third argument, that is the number of records we ask for, that is 1 in this case. If we have reached the end of the file, since fread cannot read anything, it returns a 0. By testing for this solution, we know when to stop reading. So as you can now appreciate, any database management application in C must use of the fread and the fwrite function. That is, if we see something that any application, that may be your database application, that may be any application in C, uses the fread and the fwrite functions, since they store numbers more efficiently and make writing reading of structures quite easy. Note that even if the number of elements belonging to the structure increases, the format of fread and the fwrite remains same. That is, if the numbers of element increase from one part to the another part, but the format for the fread and the fwrite remains the same. Now, what is the database management? That is how we can use the database management in this concept. So first of all, let's take 5 to 10 minutes break, because this is a lengthy topic. So I'm not going to start in at this time. Let's take 5 to 10 minutes break, come back, then starting with this topic, that is database management. Means I give you a hint. Database management means how to add, how to modify, how to list, and how to delete the records. That is how we can add the records, how we can modify, how we can list the records, that is how many records are available, and how we can delete the records. That is the main crux, that is the database management. So first of all, let's take a break, then come back, starting with this topic, that is database management. Let's take 5 to 10 minutes break. Let's continue with the session. So come back from the break. Let's continue with the next topic, that is database management. So we have covered about one topic or two topics, that is what is the use of fread function, what is the use of fwrite function, and how we can record the input output in the file, and how we can do the, or what is the difference between the text file and the binary files. Now next topic is database management, that is how to manage the data, that is the database management. So this says, so far we have learned record input output in bits and the pieces. So till now we have covered how to record the input output in terms of bits and in terms of pieces. But in any serious database management application, we will have to combine all that we have learned in a proper manner to make sense. That is what we have recorded, that is how to record the input output in terms of bits, in terms of pieces. Now it's a time for any serious database management system to combine all these terms in the proper manner to make the sensible database management. I have attempted to do this in the following menu driven. There is a provision to add, modify, list, and delete the records, the operations that are imperative in any database management. That is, database management means how to add, how to modify, how to list, and how to delete the records. There are various provisions, there are various functions that is used in the database management. These functions includes how to add, how to modify, how to list, and how to delete the records. Following commands will help you understanding the program easily. That is, these are the various explanation of the program, not comments. That is how to add the records, how to list the records, how to modify the records, and how to delete the records. So first point says, addition of records must always takes place at the end of the existing records. So whenever we have to add the records, the adding will be done at the end of the existing records. Suppose my record or my file contain 5 records. So whenever we add the records by using the A command, by using the A mode, that the new record will be entered, will be added at the end of the existing record. Much in the same way, you should add new records in a register manually. That is, whenever we maintain the register manually, we have to write the content, we have to write the name after the last name, right? Then next point says, listing records means displaying the existing records on the screen. Listing means how to display or displaying the existing records that is available on the screen. That is, we have to list the records, the existing records that is available with the help of listing records. Naturally, records should be listed from first record to the last record. Next point says, while modifying records, first we must ask the user which record he intend to modify. That is, it is also possible to modify the records, but it will prompt from the user that which record he needs or he or she intend to modify. Instead of asking the record number to be modified, it will be more meaningful to ask for the name of the employee. That is, it is beneficial to take the name or give the name of the employee to be modified instead of giving the number, instead of giving the record number. On modifying the record, the existing record gets overwritten by the new record. That is, the existing record is overwritten by the new record by using the modify records. Then in deleting records, except for the record to be deleted, rest of the record must first be written to a temporary file. Then the original file must be deleted and the temporary file must be renamed back to the original. That is, whenever we delete the records, except for the record to be deleted, rest of the records must first be written into the temporary file. That is, the record must be written first of all into the temporary file. That is, there is a swapping process. The one file is transferred to the temporary file. Now the original file must be deleted and the temporary file must be renamed back to the original. So this is the swapping purpose. That means how the deletion of the record will be carried out with the help of the database management. Observe carefully the way the file has been opened, first for reading and writing, and if this fails, that is if there is a null that is equals to the null, that means there is nothing in the file. So if this fails, it will certainly fails because this time the file is not exist for writing and reading. It is imperative that the file should be opened in a binary mode. That is, if the file is opened in the binary mode, it will execute as proper as the database management needs. Note that the file is being opened only once and closed only once, which is quite logical. This is the note that the file is generally or being opened only once and closed only once, which is quite logical. Next point says clear function or CLR SCR function clears the content of the screen. This is the function that is used, which is the function that is CLR SCR function that is used to clear the screen or clear the content of the screen, as well as the one more function that is the go to XY function that places the cursor at the appropriate position on the screen. That is the go to XY function. That is followed by the or the column number or the what are the parameters, what are the arguments. There is a column number that is followed by the row number. Given below is a complete listing of the program. That is a complete listing. First of all, a menu driven program for elementary database management. There is a hash include stdi.h, then there is a main function, then there is a one file that is used, that is the file keyword. Then there are two variables are used, two pointers, that is one is fp, that is a file pointer fp, one is ft, that is a file pointer ft. Then uses another one that uses next variable, that is the char another. So these are the two variables that is used, that is of character type. One is another, one is choice. Both takes 1 byte in the memory. Then creating one structure. What is the name of the structure? That is emp. Then uses the array, that is the char name 40. That means name is the name of the array that contains 0 to 39 characters. That is the 40 characters. Then uses int age, because the why we are using the int age, because the age is in integer, that's why it is using int age. Then float bs, that is the basic salary is used, that is in terms of the real number, that's why we are using the float bs. Now this will be closed. Then uses the next variable, uses the variable of the structure. What is the name of the structure variable? That is e. Then again it uses the next variable that is used. What is the name of the variable? That is the emp name. Then rec size, there is a log, that is a int. Now this is the array or the structure variable, that is the structure variable that is of employee type, that is the emp. Now uses the fopen function for opening a file. What is the name of the file that is used? That is emp.dat. So emp.dat is the name of the file that is opened in the read mode and the binary mode. That is a binary file that is opened in the read mode. Then check for the condition. What is the condition? That is if it is equals to null, that is first of all check whether the content is available in the file or not. If it is equals to null, then open the file in the write mode, write binary mode. So if it is equal to null, that is if it is empty, that contains nothing, that it must be opened in the write mode, that is the write binary, so that we have to write the data into the file. Again, if this is null, then printf cannot open the file. Then this will be closed like this one. No, fp and the ft are the pointer variables. Remember, what is a pointer variables or the file pointers, which stores the address of another variable. That's why I'm using fp over here, because it stores the address of this file, where this file will be opened or where this file will be stored in the memory. So fp and the ft are the pointer or the file pointers that stores the address of another variable. Is it clear, Larry? All right. So again, check the condition. Again, if it is null, that is if it is empty in the read mode, then it's okay. This is used for the write mode. Again, if the in the write mode it is equal to null, then printf cannot open the file. This if will be closed, this if will be closed. Now uses the rect size, that is the rect size that is equal to the size of e, that is equals to the size of variable, that is the e, that is the size of e, means what is the content or what is the size that is available in bytes in terms of e. Then uses while e, that is the while is the condition that checks for the condition. This is the indefinite loop, that is the while 1, means this is true every time when it is 1. Then uses CLR SCR. Yeah, this is the code that is used in C language, but this code shows that there is a database management. That is, there is a proper method for adding the records, there is a proper method for modifying the records, there is a proper method for deleting the records. Means whatever the operation we perform on the database, that operations is completed or that operations is very much effective. That's why it is used in the C language for database management. It is not used in database management, but it is used in C language for proper database management. Is that clear, Olison? All right. So this rect size is used for calculating the size of the variable, structure variable, that is E. Now uses the while function, that is the while 1. I'm just coming within 2 minutes. So this is the while loop that is used. This is the while loop that is used that uses with the condition that is 1. Then it is used the clear screen. Now this is the main go to xy. As I study that go to xy places the position or the cursor at the appropriate position. Means if I want to print in the database, for example in a file, that it must be in a proper format. So this go to is used, or go to xy is used to places the cursor at the appropriate position on the screen. The parameter that is passed to the go to xy are the column number followed by the row number. So these are the parameter that is used or that is passed to the go to xy are the column number that is followed by the row number. So one is the column number, one is the row number. So this is what is the column number, that is 30, and the row number is 10. So this is placed, that is this line will be placed at the column number 30 and the row number 10. Then uses the printf. Whatever we given in the double quotes, this will be printed as it is. So we have given 1 dot add records, that is the first point is made, that is the 1 is the first point, then add records, that is add the records. Then uses the go to xy 3012. So this means the column is same but the row is different. Now it will placed in the next row, that is in the next line after a 2 lines gap. That will be printed by using the printf, that is second equals to or second dot list records, that is the second line. Then go to xy 3014. So it will be placed in the after the 2 columns, that is there is a gap of 2 rows, that is after 12 it is 14. So one is 10, one is 12, one is 14. Then printf modify records. Then it will be placed after gap of 2 rows, that is at the 16, that is the delete records, then 18 exit. So these are the various printf statement that is used, that is one is add records, then list records, then modify records, delete records, and then at last there is exit, that is 0 is exit. Then uses the 3020, that is it will be the column number is same, that is it is placed in the same column but in the different rows, that is in different lines. Then at the 3020 it is your choice. Then uses the f flush stdin, that is used for the storing purpose, that is the standard input. Then uses choice equals to get CHE, that is choice equals to, or the choice is the variable that stores the data of the get CHE. Then uses the switch function, that is the switch choice. Then uses different cases. This is the most important program. This is a very lengthy program. This will terminate over here, and this is the explanation of this program. Yes, this is the standard code that is written in C language to print in the database. To print in the database means to print in the files. How we are giving the, or how we are given the formatting to the files, so that it will be printed in a proper format. So in simple terms, we use the C language for the database management, for the database application, for the database programming. So this uses the switch case and uses the name of the variable, that is choice, that contains the getCHE function. Welcome Alasam. Then uses the choice. This is the choice. Then uses the case 1. So this is the case 1. What is the case 1? First of all uses the fseek function, that is seek the value, seek the pointer, which is the pointer, that is the file pointer. Then uses the variable, that is another equals to y. So this will execute until another equals to y. This will be defining the function or defining the variable. This is the condition. Now again asking from the user, that is enter the name, enter the age, and enter the basic salary. Then uses the scanf for storing in the memory, that is e.name, e.age, and e.basic salary. Then uses the fwrite function for writing into the file, that is %e rec size 1 fp. Then uses printf at another record. If the answer is true, then only this while loop will execute again, otherwise it will terminate, because the condition is that while another equals to y. Then uses the flush function. Then uses the another equals to getCHE. This is the same. This is choice equals to getCHE. Generally the fwrite function is used to write the data whenever we have to write the data in terms of the binary file. That is, we have to write the data in either text file or the binary file. So fwrite function is used to write the data in the binary format in the file. And the flush function is used to store the data in the form of the input. That is, we have to give the input in a proper format by using the flush function. So rec size is simply a variable that is used to define the size. This is simply a variable that is used, that is the size of the variable. So this is the fwrite function is used, that is the for writing purpose. This is the address that is used. Then what is the size of the variable, means what is the size of the content what we have to store in the fwrite function. Then this says how many structure is available, that is 1, and how what is the pointer or what is the file pointer, that is the fp pointer. Then printf, do you want to add another record? Yes, that flush stdio. Then passes the value of getCHE into the next variable. What is the name of the variable? That is another. Then curly braces will be closed. Then there is a break, because we have to write another case. So as I told you in the first or second class, whenever we study about the switch case, how the cases will be written in the C language in the switch case by using the break statement. Then next is case 2, that is the next case, rewind fp. Rewind function is used for rewinding the fp. Now let's see about this one. The rewind function places the pointer to the beginning of the file irrespective of where it is present right now. So rewind means, as we studied about the in the tape recorder, rewind means coming back to the beginning of the file, beginning of the approach, beginning of the video or audio. So this places the pointer to the beginning of the file, irrespective of where it is the present right now. Then uses the case 2, that is the rewind fp, then uses the while, uses the fread function, as there is a fread function for writing the file in binary format, as well as there is a fread function for reading the data into the binary file. Then uses the ampersand e, rect size means what is the size, maximum size, then this denote how many structures are used, and yeah, I will explain you with the practical approach also, Larry. First of all, understand the concept, then only you have to you are able to understand the in a practical approach. First of all, you have to practice the brief or the simple programs, that is addition, deletion, size or the area of a triangle, parameter, simple interest. First of all, practice these questions by your own. Then I will be query forward to the this part, that is file operations. Right. Then uses the while loop, then uses the printf for printing purpose, that is the e dot name, e dot age, e dot bs. Then there is a break, then there is the next case, that is the case 3. Variable is defined, that is another equals to y, uses the while loop for another equals to y. Then printf, enter the name of the employees to modify, that is this is the next case, that is to modify. Then enter the name, as I told you, for modification we have to enter the name of the employee, for which we have to modify the record, that is enter the name of the employee to modify. This name will be scanned up, will be stored in the memory by using the scanf function, that is percentage s emp name. Then uses the rewind function for the fp, that is the rewind function is to move the cursor at the beginning of the file. Then uses the while fread ampersand e, rect size 1 fp equals to 1, that is the while function is used to store the data or to get the data, and this is the condition, that is till fread equals to 1, this is the condition, that is the loop will terminate. Then use the strcmp, that is the comparison is done between the emp name and the e dot name, because we have to modify the name, so there is the comparison function, that is the strcmp function is used. That is if there is no comparison, that is the if they are equal, that is equals to 0, then only this loop will execute. This loop means, this part means, first of all enter the name age, scanning the name age using the fseek function, using the fwrite function, there is a break statement. Then again printf, modify another record, yes or no, then uses the flush, again uses this one, again uses curly brace, then there is a break. Now there is a case 4. What is the case 4? Again uses the variable, that is another equals to y, again check the condition. Now go to this part, this block. First of all, printf, enter the name of the employee to be deleted, that is enter the name of the employee that is to be deleted. Then uses the scanf, that is the percentage s emp name. Then ft equals to fopen temp.dat wb, that is the wb that is used for for storing the data, that is the fopen function. Then uses the rewind, that is the fp. Then uses the while loop for the fread function, these are the argument that is used, that is equals to the 1. Then uses strcmp function for comparison purpose, compare, if they are not equals to 0, then fwrite, uses the fwrite for the calculating the or for resizing the data, then there is a curly brace. Then fclose, fp, fclose, ft, these files will be closed. Now remove the data, because this operation, this case 3 is used to delete the data. So first of all check the conditions, read the data, compare the data, Now closes the files. Then delete the data by using the remove function. First of all, emp.dat will be deleted. Then rename. What is the rename means? Now this file will no more. Now name this file, that is emp.dat, into the temp.dat. Now the emp.dat file will become the temp.dat file. Then use the fopen function, that is the fp equals to fopen, means first again open the emp.dat file rb plus, again printf, uses the printf for printing purpose, that do you want to delete another record. If it is yes, then it's okay. If no, then the output will never terminate. Means the loop will terminate, because the condition is that another equals to y. This is another equals to n, so this loop will terminate. Same, another equals to get ch, then there is a break. Again there is a case, there is a null. Null means that there is nothing in the case. Then uses the fclose function for closing the file. There is a exit. These curly braces will be opened, so 3 curly braces will be closed. This is the curly brace that is used for the main function, that is the void main function. Now to understand how this program works, you need to be familiar with the concept of pointers. A pointer initiated when we open a file. So whenever we open a file, a pointer will be initiated, like this one. This is the fopen, a pointer will be initiated. On opening a file, pointer is set up which points to the first record in the file. To be precise, we use the function, that is fopen, that points to. On using the fread, fwrite, the pointer moves to the beginning of the next record. So whenever we use the fread or the fwrite function, our cursor or our pointer moves to the next record or beginning of the next record. On closing a file, the pointer is deactivated. So whenever we close any file by using the fclose function, the pointer or the pointer is deactivated. Note that the pointer movement is of utmost importance, since fread always reads that record where the pointer is currently placed. So fread always, or most of the time, or means every time, reads that record where the pointer is currently placed. So we have to rewind the data. We have to use the rewind function to move the cursor, to move the pointer to the beginning of the file. In the same way, fwrite always writes the record where the pointer is currently placed. The rewind function places the pointer to the beginning of the file, irrespective of it is present right now. Next, fseek function, that lets you move the pointer from one record to the another. That is the fseek function that makes you, or that lets you move a pointer from the one record to the another. In this program, to move the pointer to the previous record from its current position, we use this function. That is to move the cursor from one record to the another, we use the fseek function. The rewind function is used to move the pointer to the beginning of the or to move the beginning of the variable. Now this is the fseek that is used to move the cursor from one part to the, or one record to the another record. Then uses fseek, fp, rect_size, seek underscore cur. Then this rect_size moves the pointer back by rect_size bytes from the current position. This seek underscore cur is a macro defined in a stdio.h. This is the macro that is defined in the h, that moves the pointer back by resize bytes. That is the size byte that is given to move the to move the pointer, to move the cursor to that part. Seek.cur underscore cur is a macro that is defined in the stdio.h. Similarly, the following fseek would place the pointer beyond the last record. That is, it is placed 0, so it will move to the last record or beyond the last record. This is the end, this is the current, this is the end. In fact, resize or rect_size or 0 are just the offset that tell the compiler that by how many bytes should the pointer be moved from a particular position. Now this will give the answer to the Olesen question who asked from me that what is the meaning of rect size. So this says rect size moves the pointer or moves the cursor from a particular position. That is how many bytes it moves the position. If it is 0, it does not move anything. It does not move from one part to the another part. The third argument could be seek end, seek current or seek set. Whether I write or seek current or I write seek set or I write seek end. All these acts as a reference from which the pointer should be offset. That is, the pointer should be offset means no of use. So that is next. Then seek end means moves the pointer from the end of the file. That is, moves the pointer from the or to the end of the file. Seek current means move the pointer with reference to the current position. So ending means, that is, end means move the pointer from the end of the file, while current means move the pointer to the or from the or current means move the pointer with reference to the current position. And seek set means move the pointer with reference to the beginning of the file. So one is end, one is current, one is set. Set means move or reference to the beginning of the file. If you wish to know where the pointer is positioned right now, we can use the function that is f10. So this is the new function that is used. One is fc, that moves the cursor. F10 gives the position where the pointer is positioning right now. That is done by the f10 function. It returns this position as a long int, which is an offset from the beginning of the file. The value returned by f10 can be used in subsequent calls to fc. That is the value that is returned by f10. F10 gives the pointer position. So any value that is given by the or that is returned by the f10 function can be used in subsequent call to the fc function. A sample call to f10 is shown below. That is how we are using the f10. This is position equals to f10 fp. That is the f10 is a function that is defined or that is used to denote the or that is used to give the current pointer position that will be stored in the position, where position is a long int. So this is the how we are doing the database management in C language. I think today this is very lengthy process, and this is also very complicated because the main concern is that whenever we use the C language, the output will be displayed in any manner. But this whenever we use the database management system, it is mandatory or it is compulsory that we have to give the data in a proper format, in a database management system, in a proper sequence, in a proper lines. That is a database management system. Next is low level disk input output. This is in low level disk input output, data cannot be written as an individual character. That is, whenever we use the low level disk input output, data cannot be written as a individual characters, while the data can be read out in the or write out in a string format or a string or in formatting format. That is, it cannot be written in a string format, it cannot be written in a individual characters, or it cannot be written in a formatted data. There is only one way the data can be written or read in low level disk input output function, that is a buffer full of bytes. Writing a buffer full of data resembles the fwrite function that is used for writing purpose. However, unlike fwrite, the programmer must set the buffer for the data, place the appropriate value in it before writing, and take them out after writing. That is, it uses the buffer for writing purpose, for reading purpose, or places the cursor or take them after writing. Therefore, the buffer is in the low level function is very much a part of the program, rather being invisible as in case of high level disk input output. And these are the there are various advantages that is available for the low level disk input output function. Means what are the advantages that is provided by the low level disk input output functions. Since these functions parallel the methods that the operating system uses to write to the disk, they are more efficient than the input output or high level input output functions. So in simple terms, in low level input output function, we have to use the buffer for placing the data, for writing the data, for reading the data after the position. And this is the advantage that it is more efficient as compared to the high level disk input output functions. Next point says, since there are fewer level of routines to go through, low level input output operate faster than their high level counterparts. That is, there are few level or there are less level of routines, so it is very advisable to use the low level as compared to the high level that contains more layers of routine. Now this is the next part. Now let us write a program. I think that's too much for the today's class because this is very complicated process. My advice is to everyone, then please read the data, read the code again and again for the database management system, understand line by line. Then otherwise or until and unless you are not able to cope up with the code, then feel free to ask from me in the Monday's class. Right? There is no issues. I will repeat whole program again, but this is the important concept, so please read it line by line carefully, and if there is any doubt, then please ask from me. Right. So I think we have to finish or we have to close this session only in this time only, because there is no time left, and this is also a lengthy process, that is a low level disk input out. So I think we have to finish this session. Now if you have any doubts, then please text the doubt and I will answer you. But please study, because you have 2 days, that is Saturday and Sunday. We will meet on the Monday. So please study carefully and please execute the program practically as much as possible with the help of the Turbo C compiler. So thanks a lot everyone for listening me. Now if there is any doubt, then please text the doubt and I will answer you. So thanks a lot for today's session. That's all. In the tomorrow's class, I will continue with the same, that is a low level disk input output functions. So thanks a lot everyone. Bye bye.